Fala aí, galera. Não.
Hello. Can you guys hear us yet? Hello everyone. Welcome to the reveal of our newest sci-fi bundle, Viva Los Loots. So let us know if you guys can hear us well. We are in a new studio. We have it took us a little bit to get things set up. The studio is not done yet. There's a lot more things to do here. But yeah, we are very happy to be in this new space. For those who don't know me, I'm Tiago. I'm your community manager, and with me today I have...
I'm Luca. Hello everyone. How are y'all doing?
Echoes. We are getting a double voice for some reason.
Double voice. Can you guys hear
just a sec.
also?
Just a second, you guys. Ooh. Testing 1 2 3 testing.
Hello.
Testing. Yes, we are blurred. The camera we have here in front of us today is a little bit, it's not like the highest quality, I think. So we're going to do some adjustments. But the camera to show the minis and the models is still going to be top notch. Okay, so it's perfect now, the sound. It's better. Okay, so keep letting us know, guys. We're gonna keep testing it. So how is it now? The echo is still there. Testing now, testing. Ooh, okay. People are saying it's better, so I'm gonna go with that option. And if you guys still have any issues, let us know. Okay, so we should be good now. If the image is a little bit blurry, I'm sorry about that. We're gonna try to solve it during the live stream. We do have a lot of stuff to get through today, and we are a little bit late. So why don't we get started?
Yeah, let's speed it up with the video announcements.
Yeah, video announcements. Let's go.
We have 3 really cool videos for you guys. Around this month, we don't have a release date just yet, but you can expect to see coming up on our YouTube color theory for painters video. So y'all can, that's going to be really fun. We have a speed painting 32mm miniatures video, and we will have a video on how Loot builds their loyalty reward statues. So that's exciting.
Yeah, so it's a lot of like cool stuff coming. Let's see what else we have here. So for the end of the live stream, we will be revealing the name of the next sci-fi bundle. So stick around for that. And this one is going to be, it's going to be a little bit of a doozy. We're not gonna go too much into detail into it. If you've been following the latest happenings in the RPG community and the latest Dungeons and Dragons kerfuffle, we're going to make a comment on that. It's not going to be the final Loot Studios statement on the issue, but we're going to touch on it because it's been happening for long enough that we feel it's an appropriate time to touch on the subject. But we're gonna leave that for the end of the live stream, and it's not going to be like a super in-depth look into it or anything. So yeah, let's get started. So a casino bundle. This one was fun to conceive, and I think there were a couple of things behind this idea, right? We wanted to do a fun bundle. We wanted to do something, really cyberpunk, but with a twist. We wanted to do, and a casino was the idea that showed up, and we paired it with the idea of a heist. So the entertainers in this bundle are not just entertainers. They are kind of a little bit of a cyberpunk Ocean's 11 group, and they are getting ready to rob a bunch of mafia bosses, right? A bunch of organized crime bosses, I should
High
say.
rollers is
The high rollers.
that's how
Yes.
they prefer it being
So
called.
that's the conceit behind this bundle. We want to do a lot of fun characters. We want to be able to show a little bit more skin, both for male and female characters. It is something that we don't do that often, but when we do it, we go all in, right? So yeah, let's start with our first character.
Okay.
And our first character is going to be Sakura Full House Nubayo. So Sakura is and can we check out her concept art? Let's see, where is she? Where is she? Yeah. There we go. We're going to show her concept art now, and it should show up. Yeah, here. Yeah, here we go. Sakura Full House Nubayo, concept art by Rafael Loureiro. And she's an amazing concept art. For those of you who've been with us for a while, you may remember the name Nubayo. She is a relative of our Yakuza gang member or Yakuza leader from Neon Street.
No,
Neon
Neon Warriors.
Neon Warriors, right? So yeah, so Sakura Nubayo is a relative of Penelope Nubayo. And the first couple of characters here, the first 5 characters actually, are all members, are all leaders of organized crime families. And they are all getting together into, I forgot the name we gave to the casino. The Lucky Clover, I believe, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
We have an open door. Okay, all of these leaders are getting together for a high stakes poker game, and that's when our heisters are going to take their opportunity and steal a bunch of stuff. So while we talk about this character, let's check out her video. Do we have a video for her? There, yeah, there we go. Yes, there we go. Let's check out the sculpt. This sculpt was done by Victor Prado.
I just have to comment that all the bases for this bundle are so dynamic and creative. I love them.
Yes, they are absolutely amazing. Our team really made this bundle stand out for me on the base department. All the bases are really creative, and I think it goes to show I think it's the team. The team allowed us to be this open and this creative, right? So let's check out the sculpt live here. And I am not sure of the exact positioning here. I think it's stuck.
Frozen?
I think the video is frozen for some reason.
Okay.
Just a second, you guys, while we try to figure this out. Yeah, it's Okay, so we're gonna try to figure out like the live video for the models. As I said, we changed studios, and things are a little bit freaky. Stuff that was working in the other room isn't working here for some reason.
Everything's still falling into its place, and yeah.
Yes. So not Penelope, Sakura is a great model. I love the feathers, the kind of feathery scarf thing that is coming out of her clothes and going around her neck. It's really fluffy and really it's really out there, right? It's really what's a term here? It's really out there and
Kind of
put
show
forward.
offy, like
Yeah, like this bundle is all about showing off, right? The characters that are entertainers in the casino, they need to show off because that's their job. But the high rollers, they are also showing off. It's like the way you dress is a statement.
it's a statement
right?
of the power of the mafia they represent. And I
Yes.
love how her pose and her clothing all give that look of like over the shoulder kind of femme fatale kind of feeling to her character.
Yeah, she's an awesome femme fatale.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are saying, Corey Scott's saying this one's on my printer right now. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the first one for a lot of people. You know, Japanese inspired stuff is very, very popular, and this character in particular has an amazing concept and an amazing sculpt. So thank you, Rafael and Victor. This one is absolutely amazing. So while we try to figure out the live camera for this one, let's move on to our next character. And this next character is another really fun one, and it's another one that we've been trying to do for a while, but we couldn't find a place for her. So her name, and forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, is Esdaway, the Queen of Spades Tambido. So Esdaway Tambido. So here is her concept art. Amazing concept art by Victor Augusto. A lot of Victors working at Loots.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna notice if you stick with us for long enough that a lot of our artists and a lot of people at Loot in general have similar names. It is a thing here in Brazil, right? People tend to play it safe with names. So yeah, there's a lot of Tiagos, a lot of Luca and Lucases, and like a lot of variations on biblical names.
Yeah, you call for one name here at Loot and 3 people show
Yeah,
up.
3 people turn their head and like, oh, is it me?
Yes.
So as the way, an amazing concept of an African character, you know, kind of an African tribal vibe to it. Some Afrofuturism going on. It's a little bit, you know, there's a little bit of a Wakandan vibe going on with this model, right?
And we're talking about the whole inspiration for her and how even the base, the clothing, everything has kind of this deep African inspiration.
Yeah, so let's check out the video for her sculpt. Again, an amazing sculpt by Diogo Colares. So let's transition just a second here, guys. Not that one. Another one is away. Yes, that one. Let's change it. Ooh, just a second here, guys. There's something. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now, there we go. And she is in an amazing pose. I love the detail, like the short spear, the Shaka Zulu spear that she's holding as kind of like a cane or a walking aid or something like that. The big lip plate thing. I don't know, like our artists actually like did some research to do the lip thing properly. But I wasn't part of that, so I don't know the proper name for it. And she's a very imposing character, and that's what we were going for. We try to make, even if our female characters, even the ones that we purposely make, you know, attractive and voluptuous or something like that, we try to make sure they are not just, you know, eye candy. There's something extra to them. This character, as the way, is the leader of a criminal organization. So, you know, there you have it. We like pretty women can be smart and can be villains as well. That is the thing that we definitely subscribe to here at Loot. We try to do, you know, a lot of variety in our biotypes and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, I love how dynamic and imposing her whole clothing and pose is. Like it's everything fluttering around it and backwards.
Yeah, like you can just imagine, like they just rolled out the carpet for her, and she walks, she makes a pose for the photos, and then the wind just blows, and you know it's just a light breeze. It's the perfect freeze frame moment.
Exactly.
Right?
That's the freeze frame for her like title screen in the heist movie. That's perfect.
Yes, absolutely. And a lot of the characters are in poses that represent just that. You know, the freeze frame title screen for the character. So yeah, I think we haven't solved the issue with the live camera for the minis yet. So we're just going to truck along to the next model, and then we can come back and show some stuff. Actually, do we have the video, because we skipped that? Do we have the video for Sakura's bust as a separate thing? Or was it together? Okay, never mind. Sakura does have a bust.
Let's show it off in the frontal
Yeah.
view.
Yeah, so Sakura does have a bust, and we have a new bust base for this bundle. And I believe this one is just for this bundle, although I'm not sure. It is a circular base. It is it's a little bit slimmer, less bulky than our regular sci-fi base. So it's a good test. Let us know if you guys like this new base style. Give us some feedback on it, please.
I'm pretty sure the basic normal sci-fi base is also included, right?
Yeah, it's still available. It's
Yeah.
still available because I think both of the bases are available as either in the previous section or in the welcome pack, something like that. So all the bases, the old bases, are still going to be available. Okay, so let's move on to our next character, and this time our first male character of the evening. So let me hand off some stuff to Luca here just to free some space. And our next character is Tony Morello, Tony High Roller Morello. So we are doing, a casino bundle. We need the mafia guy. Maybe his family is the one that founded the casino. Maybe he doesn't have the controlling interest in it anymore. But we definitely needed to have some mafia on this bundle.
Absolutely love the clothing on this one.
Yeah, this one's an older guy. The concept art for this one was done by Francisco Ferreira. And let me just a second, guys. Let me just adjust some stuff on my cheat sheet here. Yeah, the concept art on this one was done by Francisco Ferreira, and again, an amazing job with the base. The base comes with a little table and some wine and a wine chalice, a wine cup.
And I'm sure you guys are gonna love to just rip that off and put it in a diorama or something like that.
Yeah, this is one of those ones that doubles as a scenery object as well.
Yes.
This guy is a younger gangster, is a younger Capone type figure. So let's check out the sculpt. Again, an awesome sculpt by Lucas Hayes. And another thing that I love about the sculpts in this bundle is because we allowed ourselves to show some skin. A lot of the characters in this have a lot of body modifications, right? A lot of cyberware and stuff like that. But all of the sculpts for this bundle are very, very layered, right? So there's a lot of different layers, a lot of different materials and textures. So you guys are gonna have some fun with this stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love this. I love that this guy, it may be that our. Oh, I think we're showing the wrong model. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Morello is the guy. So Morello is practicing, gun safety. His finger, I believe, yes, it is off the trigger. So he's holding it very close to his chest with the finger off the trigger. And I think it's one of those things where our artists it's one of those things where our artists, I think because of the kerfuffle we had some time ago about the, what did the community call it, Gungate? And it was a perfectly fine criticism, right? So someone complained about the actual position of one of our characters holding a gun and the finger on the trigger or something like that. And it was fine criticism. We take it, it's fine. But the community really went off on that comment, and we've been very, very careful since then to make sure the characters only have their fingers on the trigger when they actually mean to shoot someone. So Tony Morello here is an amazing model. He does have a lot of body modification. He does have a really cool cane and an awesome mustache as well. So yeah,
I love the personality on him as well. He's very murder mystery kind of guy, very sleazy, very kind of mysterious, doing something under the sheets for sure. This is the young boss, right? This is the guy that just ascended to the throne. Yeah, he has machinations going on to stay in power for sure.
Yes. Okay, so let's move on to our next character because we still have two more high rollers to get through. And the next one is going to be our Icy Quickfold Slim.
Concept done by Francisco Ferreira also.
Yes, and it's an awesome concept. It's like I think we're gonna be very very open about this. The idea behind this one, was a let's say
Notorious.
yeah, notorious. How do I put this? Here's what he is. Here's what he looks like, right? I don't want to go into too much detail. I don't want to go into too much detail about this because I don't want the YouTube video to be striked after this. I think we're having some technical issues with the. Let me get a little closer here. I think we're having some technical issues with the image there, and I think we are back. We should be back. Sorry about those technical issues, folks. We should have all those figured out for next live stream. So, yeah, Icy Slim here. It's a. I'm just gonna say it. He's a PIMP.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what he is. I'm not gonna pretend he's not. He's a very very showy guy. He's a he's very sure of himself. Yeah, sorry guys, the video is flashing in and out. I think is an issue with our camera. We may need a couple of seconds to figure it out. So so we are showing out the scope for Icy Slim. The scope was done by Sebastian Ramos.
I love the intention with the mini. That feels like he just saw Tony Morello and kind of put the coat also over his shoulder just to not be the one that's not showing off. With the
yeah, like he's very very he's very very flashy. Yeah. I think that's the one I'm looking for. Even his gun, like the other bosses, they are mostly carrying small firearms. They probably have their like their retinue and their guards and stuff like that. But Icy Slim here is yeah, he's going all in, right? I think I remember the Straight Out of Compton movie with NWA, and like yeah, that's the level Icy Slim is at, right? He's a very very I'm gonna say maybe unstable, very very flashy guy. So yeah, you do not want to be on the wrong end of his anger, which may be one of the reasons that some of his employees that probably work in the casino are trying to rob him, right? Yeah. This first couple of people we are showing, they are not the good guys here by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, this is Icy Slim, and I think we are ready to move on to our next character, and the fifth and last of our high rollers. So it's going to be Dimitri Big Blind Volkov. So yeah, Dimitri is your classical kind of Slav or Russian mobster. He is the guy that's wearing the full tracksuit. That is like this is his business suit, right? The concept art here was done by Igor Gonçalves. And yeah, this guy is just great. A lot of the characters in this, a couple of the characters in this bundle are smoking something, and Dimitri is just puffing away at some huge, at a huge cigar with a big cloud of smoke coming out of it. And again, he does have a little machine gun, but finger off the trigger, because that's just the kind of guy that he is. Safety first, you guys.
Even the high rollers. But I love how they got the receding hairline and the hairstyling kind of. Even that is on theme pretty much for this character.
Yeah, like the big gigantic forehead. So let's check out the actual scope for this one. The scope for this character was done by Eduardo Belessa. I think I'm pronouncing that right, but I'm not sure actually. So let's figure it out. You guys are not seeing me right now because the okay, we are solving the camera issue while we show Dimitri. So that's a way to solve that issue. So yeah, Dimitri is absolutely awesome, and again, big bag full of. He's a Russian, right? So he's all about the big guns. I love the detail of the exoskeleton, about like over his tracksuit.
Uh-huh. Kind of, yeah. Even following the tracksuit to get to the back.
Yeah,
I
and
love
the
it.
big bag of like grenades and extra ammo on like on the behind him there is just on point for Dimitri.
Even in comparison with the other high rollers who have money,
What?
he has like a bag of ammunition instead of money. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah. If you have money, you can buy ammo. But if you have ammo, you can get as much money as you want. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so that's what Dimitri is all about. Okay, guys, we are still having some camera troubles, but we are going to fix them
Should we
at
move to the
some
next
point.
character while we?
Just a second while we try to get the camera going so we can show the next concept art. So yeah, these five are our high rollers. Yeah, people, we're gonna need someone to ban someone in chat. We have Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's someone in need of we need a ban hammer in chat right now.
Okay. Sorry for for the technical difficulties in the live stream as well, guys. We're moving to a new studio. We're still figuring it out, and everything goes wrong while you move. So bear with us, please, while we cover this amazing bundle.
Yeah, just a couple of seconds, you guys. Yeah, people, we need can our
We need.
yeah, the tracksuit thing is like an Eastern European thing, right? It's not just the Russians or the Slavs. It's just for some reason, and I think it's kind of one of those cultural things. It's kind of one of those. Some cars are very very popular in Europe, while others are very very popular in the U.S. or in Brazil or something like that. And a car that's considered very very expensive in some place, it's like almost worthless. In others, it's not worth it anything, at least as a status symbol. So yeah, the tracksuit thing is real. It's like it's real attire, and it's one of those things like in Brazil or in a lot of parts of in a lot of Europe as well. If you're wearing like a sports jersey, that's
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 really
a
expensive.
yeah, that's really expensive, and
Yeah.
that's an okay shirt for a night out. So yeah, that's just how it works. Okay, so I think we can we move on to the next concept now?
I love the comment. But did the Russians bring the sex bots?
Yeah,
Let-
maybe.
Let's keep that
Maybe.
lore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, I think it's time for us to move on to our next character. And our next character is going to be Hiki Castle, the mentalist. And who? Oh god, I have to get this name right. I met him this weekend. Brother, I am sorry if I don't get your name right. So his name is Tarek Motran.
you got it right.
I think it's
Amazing.
right. It's
I know it's
Tarek
right.
Motran.
I talked
Okay.
to him later on. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I've been butchering his name for the last time. So this is an amazing concept art by Tarek.
Yes.
Okay, again. Yes, I got it right again.
2 for 2.
Now we get into the entertainers, the distraction for the heist, right? We needed a mentalist, a magician, a stage magician, something like that. But we didn't want to go with the classic top hat magician. We wanted to go with something a little bit more interesting, something that is a little bit more it is synonymous with Vegas and specifically with like the early 2000s,
Yeah.
late 90s kind of magician vibe. So yeah, so that's the awesome concept art. And you may be wondering, okay, did did they pull off that card shuffle trick thing? And yes, well, we did pull it off. And who pulled it off was specifically Gustavo Glisi. So let's check out the actual scope for this one.
Gustavo Grisi, who did the sculpt for this one. Yeah,
Ooh, and I love that transition there.
absolutely. And again, the basis for this bundle. You said stage magician. We have
Yeah,
the stage
and
for
he's
the magician.
and he's like coming off the stage. He's like walking off stage into the audience to do some close up magic. And yeah, this is your classic like kind of Chris Angel inspired kind of guy with the kind of goth or emo
Kind of
look to
edgy,
him.
really
Yeah,
intense.
really edgy, really intense. A lot of mascara, a lot of makeup, a lot of and some body mods. No shirt. So yeah, we try to make sure that we would have, if we're going for sexy characters, we're going to be equal opportunity with the sexy characters, right?
Absolutely.
So we did a lot of characters on both sides of the on all like places of the gender spectrum and
Literally
stuff.
all genders. We have another character,
Yeah,
later,
yeah.
which will be
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, it's a lot, you guys. This bundle, it's a lot. It's like there's so much cool stuff to print. But yeah, and I love the like this model specifically with the card shuffle and the way his vest, his leather vest is flipping around. It really shows the idea of movement. I love the little detail of the throwing knives just stashed around his waist there. And they're just awesome. They're just awesome. It's just a lot of stuff that is functional as both both for a stage magician and for someone who's doing a heist.
Exactly. The joke just came up. He has some knives for a mid-show snack if he needs to. So
Yeah.
he is prepared for anything.
Yeah, LARP is saying, yep, might use this guy as a gambit proxy for MCP with a little rescaling. Yeah, I think it could definitely work. This is a great model for that. Yeah, I love Gambit. I wish we could do some superheroes scopes at some point. And I think at some point we actually discussed doing superheroes as part of sci-fi, but it just didn't quite fit the team, right? So, yeah, let us know if you guys would like to see some superhero kind of content. We can have in mind we can't do, the actual big properties. So it would all have to be original characters. But, it is what it is. So let's move on to our next character, which is actually going to be Cali, the safecracker.
Okay.
Just a second. And Kelly has an interesting story actually. Is she not there? There we go. So Kelly, the safecracker. We have some concept art there from Brendo Pais, and I think she was actually part of a previous bundle, and we changed things around, and we do that sometimes, right? Like some bundles we usually plan to do more models than are actually going to be released on the bundle. And the reason we do that is because we know that, maybe there's a model that is kind of difficult to do and we may not be able to put off in time. So we plan for a couple of extra characters. Kelly was one of those extra characters. And then we actually managed to pull off the character that we wanted to do in that bundle. So Cali got pushed forward, and we had to redo the base. So she's kind of and the fact that we redid the base just gives her a completely new vibe, right? I think she was originally in our Undercity Exiles bundle, and we ended up moving her forward. So yeah, this is an awesome concept by Brandon Pais that's been waiting in the wings for an opportunity to show up, and we have finally done it, and it's been sculpted by Caio Bellucci. So if you could check out the sculpts now for Kelly, the safecracker.
What a better bundle to do a switch like this in a heist bundle. So she is literally a heisted character.
Yes. So yeah, so Cali is awesome. She's not. There's a couple of characters in this bundle that are kind of. They are not necessarily casino themed. They are not entertainers or anything like that. But we knew we needed characters to actually get their hands dirty. More more sciencey savvy characters, computer savvy. Yeah, we needed the specialists to actually get the safe open, hack the security systems, stuff like that. That is also by design. We knew that when we did this bundle, when we did Viva Los Loots, some of you guys may not like the theme as much. So there are a couple of characters that are designed to be a little bit more versatile. Cali is one of those characters, and a couple of the high rollers as well. You can place them in a couple of other contexts, and they would work fine. So yeah, I love the it's not how do I put it? She has a lot of gear. It's not I'm imagining she mostly goes non-lethal. A lot of trick bolts, trick crossbow bolts like Hawkeye has.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stuff like that, nanotech or something.
Kind of EMP, kind of to disable security systems. Anything you think she probably
Yeah,
has.
like even EMP grenades, stun grenades, smoke grenades, stuff like that. Right, mostly non-lethal stuff. She's an infiltrator and safe cracker. So yeah, this is an amazing scope, an amazing model by Kai Bellucci.
And again, I love the base for this one as well. She has like this kind of
this little open safe that's probably been banged around a couple of times.
a folded up rug, like moving with her feet, kind of in the position she's
it's like
in.
the detail on the rug is awesome.
It's on
because
point.
the rug actually has some nice detail, some nice texture to it. It's over some hardwood floor, and it's probably there to like it's below the safe, so they probably laid the rug down to protect the hardwood from the safe.
Yeah.
And the little detail of how she fits into the rug is awesome. Like you can kind of see you can kind of feel her foot turning and dislocating the rug a little bit. It's awesome, just awesome.
Amazing.
Okay, so let's move on to our next character.
Hey, this is the hacker for the bundle.
Yeah, this is the hacker. This is kind of a special one because we've been trying to fit a character, a differently abled character for a while. We have done a lot of them. Cyberpunk allows us to do a lot of them, but we wanted to do some on a wheelchair because even in a cyberpunk future, you don't necessarily want to like hack off your limbs. Maybe a wheelchair is fine, and it's one of those things where sometimes it's society kind of needs to adapt to take in the people that need just a little bit of help. They're not asking for a handout or anything. They're just asking to be considered, and it's not a lot of ask. So yeah, this is kind of our little homage to wheelchairs and differently abled people in general. This is Ishan the Hacker, and it's awesome concept art by Tarek.
You got
Tarek. Tarek Moutran. Okay, so yeah, it's some awesome art. It's an awesome concept for a character, and I love that it's not actually wheels; it's threads, right?
Yeah,
it's like tank threads, and I think those kind of triangular wheel things, they are adjustable. There's video of an actual like military project with a Humvee with wheels like that or something. So yeah, this guy is very, very, very mobile. So yeah, we're checking out the sculpt now, and the sculpt was done by Denian Lopes. I think I'm saying that name right. Denian.
Probably. That's the next thing we're gonna have to figure out.
I'm sorry if I'm not, but yeah, you're gonna be properly credited in writing for this awesome sculpt. I love the little screens. I love that for this bundle for this character in specific. It's very, very high tech stuff. androids and stuff like that. But his pads and his computer and stuff like that, it looks a little bit like futuristic 80s technology.
Very
you know,
Blade
like,
Runner kind of.
yeah, kind of Blade Runner stuff. The way people in the 70s and 80s visualize the future, the cyberpunk future, and this character is a perfect example of that. And I actually think he has like a mullet as well.
Yes, he does.
So yeah, it's either a mullet or I think he has like a very maybe he had to shave a little bit of his hair on top there to fit the neural interfaces for his things.
And I love how the machinations of the whole wheelchair and his setup kind of blend together in his back, like the kind of robotic arms with the laser guns and the whole.
Yeah, I think these are like surveillance cameras, but yeah, they could be laser lasered or something like that. I think they are made ambiguous, so you guys can figure out what you want to do with this.
Absolutely. Okay,
so I think we are ready to move on to our next character. And our next character is going to be Whiplash Annie, the Distraction. So Whiplash Annie is kind of, she's the... I'm just gonna come out and say it. She's the kind of a dominatrix kind of character. She's, we have... Oh, Whiplash Annie, yeah. Whiplash Annie, actually, I believe Marcia is painting her right now. So we should... Yeah, so we should have some pictures of her painted model sometime soon after the live stream. Her concept that you guys are seeing now was done by Brandon Pais.
And the sculpt was done by Caio Bellucci.
Yeah, so sculpted by Caio Bellucci, and also an amazing character. And this is a character that is made to be sexy, but that whip she's carrying, like that blade whip, is an actual weapon. Yeah. So she's actually like very, very dangerous, a very, very dangerous individual. And it's something that we've been trying to portray whenever we portray a female character or any character in a sexualized position. And this one in specific is because of the context, right? So context matters in this case. Even when we do that with a little bit of a hint that she's way more dangerous than she may seem at the beginning, right? So yeah, Whiplash Annie, I imagine, is going to be another great one for the painters.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love the design on her clothing, like the little. Hold up. We only have like the small model here, guys. I don't know. I know you're not being able to see us right now because Marcia is painting it, but it's absolutely so detailed, even in the 32mm version. It is absolutely incredible. And the base also represents another object we'll be seeing soon. So keep an eye out for that. That's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, just a second, guys, because we may have... Let's see here what we have. Okay, so let's just move on to our next character. Oh, and by the way, because we skipped that, Cali the Safecracker also has a bust, and if we solve the camera issue by the end of the live stream, we're going to show you all of the busts properly. So let's move on to our next character, and our next character is going to be Mike Messmer, the Muscle.
Yes. This is an amazing
some may call him Magic Mike. He's not actually inspired on the likeness of any character. I haven't seen the movie anywhere. I think the idea of this one is that he's just a sexy dancing cowboy.
Yes. And you guys are going to see a lot of robotic nipples on this bundle also. It's very funny too.
Yeah, this one also done by, now you say it, Luca.
Tarek. I forgot. Oh my goodness, you caught me.
Yeah, we need to actually stop and consider it.
Tarek Motra.
Tarek.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, there we go. This is gonna be a meme now.
Yeah.
This is definitely going to be a meme here at Loot.
Static Motor is probably the most well-known name just because of how many times we say it.
Yeah, so Mike Messmer was done by him. Oh, we have the camera back. We are back. We are back.
Hello.
Glory be. Okay, so we're back. We're gonna be able to show you guys some stuff. Let's move on to show actually the sculpt of Mike Messmer, the muscle. So Mike is a character that is supposed to be, you know, a charming guy, a very well-loved guy, something along those lines. But yeah, he's also going to be very dangerous. That gun is not necessarily a prop gun, right? So yeah, this is a nice guy. This is a fun character. This is a fun character to do, and it doesn't necessarily, you know, he actually has like the little spurs in his boots,
Yeah.
and a lot of cyberware,
And a belt buckle to follow, which is amazing.
Yeah. This one's just great. He's holding onto his hat. You can just imagine the kind of moves he's got on him, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's some bachelorette party shit.
Absolutely. And I love how the body modifications are just like plastic surgery body modifications.
Yeah, like they're very, very. I would say they're very, very, you know, intentionally plasticky. You know,
Yes.
it's like a bodysuit.
Oh no.
It's like a bodysuit. It's
Yes.
you know what kind of plastic I'm talking about.
Oh
right?
yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's probably I love to imagine that he's just a very thin guy, like below all that. Just
Yeah, and then he just got like he's doing the heist because he needs to pay off his cyberware.
his abs.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. He just, you know, he wanted abs, but he didn't want to go to the gym. So
Exactly.
he just paid for the muscles.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, and now he needs to. Actually, he didn't pay for the muscles. He bought it, and now he needs to pay for them.
Exactly.
Maybe he borrowed some money from the mafia. The sculptor for this one was Lailson Camini. Again, an awesome sculpt for this one.
Amazing dynamic pose as well. Really, really cool.
Okay, I think we are ready for our next concept art. And the next one is going to be for Clockwork Cherry.
That's a really, really cool character also.
Yeah, and this one has been, you know, Robson Barros or 3D team lead for Sci-Fi has been pushing this one for a while. We almost included it in like 6 different bundles back when, but I think this is the home for Clockwork Cherry.
This is perfect.
Right? This is an android. This is an is it an android? Yeah, it's an android. It's a robot that is made to look very, very much like a human. So that's the definition of an android, and that's what this is. She's not like an actual human being. I don't think so. I don't think we went with that war. But yeah, and she's a dancer, and I think the actual model is going to be very, very fun for painters. Is going to be great for them. The sculpt here was done, not the sculpt, the concept art here was done by Igor Gonçalves.
And the sculpt was done by Eduardo Belassa.
Eduardo Belessa.
Belessa?
Belessa.
Okay. Amazing.
So yeah, thank you guys so much for this. Let's check out the sculpt by Eduardo. Yeah, this one's great. This one's gonna be. I can see some people that are going to be printing enlarged versions of this one, or maybe you can print a bust. This one does have a bust.
Yes.
And you know, this one it's a pole dancer, right? But it has the grace of a ballerina. And have you seen, like, to be a pole dancer you need to be strong. So maybe that's why they started doing it with androids and robots and stuff like that. You need to be so strong and so well coordinated, and it's so hard.
Absolutely.
So yeah, this is Clockwork Cherry. Have we figured out the live camera for the minis yet? I don't think so, right? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I think the recorded videos will do. just fine. Okay, now that I'm just gonna leave you guys with these for a little while, and let me just check the.
The chat for any comments.
I'm checking the comments for the question I asked earlier for like a superhero bundle. A couple of people are saying a superhero or a Transformers themed bundle, like a big robot bundle would be nice. And I agree with you guys. I think we are overdue for a big robot bundle of some kind. Yeah, dyslexic mini painter, which is a great name, great screen name. Is saying I would like to see a superhero slash transformer bundle like they did with Valhalla slash Nidavellir. Would be great. I think that's a great idea as well. I think we would like to, maybe partner up with some creators, some indie comics or something like that, just so it's not we could do fully original characters, but even if we do, I think we would like to, a couple of comic books to go along
Oh,
with
that
them.
would be amazing! Like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
comic book with which
Maybe
button?
we that's actually a great idea. We should look into this. We should look into maybe hiring a comic book artist to get a superhero universe going for us.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's move on to our next character, which is going to be Charming Andy, the face.
The face.
And Charming Andy is the face in multiple different connotations. The concept art that you guys are seeing there was done by Francisco Ferreira. Charming Andy, it's an androgynous character. It's kind
of our non-binary character.
It's a non-binary character. It is, it is Vegas, baby.
Yes.
It is not Vegas. It is Los Loots. So yeah, this is the kind of place where a person like Andy would find themselves. So I don't think we could have done a bundle like this without a character like Andy. And Andy is a very out there character. Randy is the face of the group. In a D&D group, he would be the bard, right?
Yeah.
He would be the front man, the guy that is, out there hustling. So yeah, this is Andy. Beautiful, beautiful Andy. So let's show off the sculpt for this one, which was done by Mateus Baboni.
And I love everything that is luscious about this character. It has like a giant belt, like shoulder pads for
Yeah, like this character is extra.
Yes.
Like double extra with a cherry on top.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah, just a very, very beautiful character. It's a little bit non-standard for us. We do this actually a bit more often in sci-fi. The sci-fi setting kind of requires us to look into the future and think, okay, what kind of people would find themselves in this scenario? What kind of people that are out there today and that maybe are not the best versions of themselves would be the best versions of themselves in the future? And I think Andy is a great example of that. And again, as I said earlier, a lot of layers as well. So a lot of different materials and textures in every model of this bundle, and Andy is going to be really, really fun to paint.
Absolutely. I love the chair also. Like the whole detailing for the mini is amazing.
Yeah, the little stool. Yeah, it's great.
The kind of diner stool kind of place.
Yeah, it's a diner stool or one of those stools for a casino table.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's one of those.
You can really pair that up with the slot machines we're gonna show a little bit later on for a really cool diorama.
Yeah. Okay, so next up, what we have? Who do we have? We have Tina Gems, the wild card. And Tina Gems, kind of like our hacker and our safe cracker. She is kind of she's a more out there character. She's a more she's not the distraction, right? She's bringing a big weapon into the thing. She's part of the security team. When things start going wrong, you want Tina Gems on your side. The concept art was done by Francisco Lobo. Is it Francisco or Francisco? I'm gonna say Francesco. Francesco Lobo. So I'm gonna say Francesco Lobo did the concept art, and this is another, beautiful, beautiful character. I love her locks, like the locks on her hair.
Oh, yeah.
It's not, we do a lot of hair is tricky in general. For dark-skinned characters, it can be even trickier. We don't want it to look too cartoony. And this is another great option for hair. So, we do afros and we do, dreads. Locks like this, I don't think we have done before. So let's check out the actual sculpt. This one was done by Daniel Sanchez. Oh, it's Daniel Sanchez is Danny Boy, actually.
Danny Boy.
So yeah, we had a big loot gathering this weekend. A couple of you guys may have seen
Our journey to BH.
Stories on Instagram or something like that. You may be wondering what the hell is happening. And what we did is we got a loot team and all of our artists from all over Brazil, and we brought everyone that could attend to a big event, a big loot event. And it was great. We actually got to see the faces, put the faces to the names of our artists. They were all like awesome people. And yeah, maybe we should. They are also, for artists, some of them are very, very shy. We have invited a lot of them, to do videos and to do interviews, so we can show our artists to you guys. But yeah, we're gonna try it again. I think after this weekend meeting, we're gonna be able to do it again. But let's get back to Tina Gems, the wild card. I love her style. I loved her vibe. This is a very, very cyberpunk character, a very street samurai character. I would love to see a weapon like this in cyberpunk. This is Mantis Blade meets Wolverine.
Yeah, it's kind of like this construction hand.
Oh, it's Francesco. Yeah, Francesco is in the chat right now. It is correcting me. So thank you so much.
Say hello to Francesco, guys. I love the themes with this character. The giant diamond with the mouth on her back for the jacket. That's a really cool detail.
Yeah, what? Yeah, like I'm always amazed by how much stuff our artists are able to make fit into even like the 32mm versions of the models.
Yeah.
So much, so much texture and so much like it, even in the 32mm version, the textures still show up.
Absolutely.
Right? They still show through. So yeah, that was our penultimate character for this bundle, Tina Gems.
And our last character.
And our last character,
it's so incredible.
Yeah, this one is great, man. This one's great. And there's actually something we should address for this last character. So our last character is the king, or one-note musician. And we do have to address something, I believe, last week. Obviously, this one is a reference, not specifically to Elvis Presley, but, to Elvis impersonators, and that whole culture. He left such like a huge mark on music and on Las Vegas specifically, which was a huge inspiration for this bundle. So we have the concept art there by Danilo Franco. And we do have to address something, I believe, her name escapes me now. His Elvis Presley daughter passed away last week. We weren't aware of anything happening with the family.
Yeah, Lisa Marie Presley.
Yeah, Lisa Marie Presley passed away last week. Our condolences to the family. We weren't aware of anything happening during that last week. This was just, a little bit of a homage to the culture that surrounded Elvis, the king. So it is a very cool. It is also a homage to I believe it's ooh, I forgot the name of the movie. It's another Vegas heist movie where the characters, a bunch of the characters dress up as Elvis impersonators. So it's a disguise for this character, and he's carrying a big Tommy gun kind of thing in his guitar case. So let's check out the actual sculpt that was done by Gustavo Glissi.
Did we say the concept? Who's
Yeah, the concept was done by Danilo Franco.
Daniel Franco. Okay.
And this is an awesome sculpt. It is like the pose is just amazing. The details on the jacket, the
mic
gun
on the belt.
yeah, the mic on the belt, the gun case, with room for the big gun that he's holding, and shooting up and being kind of the distraction there,
Yeah.
and like all of the different details that went into this model just make it
It's just
absolutely
jam-packed
perfect.
with detail and glamour. It's absolutely amazing. I love it.
So yeah, this is our King model. And do we have? Let me just a second, you guys. Let me just see there. I don't. Do we have the 75mm version? A video of that? Just a second, because I don't think you guys are going to be able to see like the full detail on that version. We don't have it. Okay, so we're gonna post some pictures of the models after the live stream. We also have the full renders on our website, and I think now that we're going to move on to the objects, so now may be a great time for us to do something. Yeah, there we go. Let's show it on the big camera there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is the king, right? Look at the pose. Look at its stance. Yeah,
Absolutely amazing.
yes, 3,000 Miles to Graceland movie. Thank you, Lucas. That's a movie. I'm like, I halfway remembered that name, but I wasn't sure about it. And you can see like there's a big star on the base here. Let me see if I can show it to you guys. Big star on the base, big star thing on the jacket. And it's like, it's not a jacket actually. It's like a capelet. It's like half cape.
Yes.
It's a capelet.
And I love like the lights surrounding him make him the true distraction. He has everything pointing to him.
Yes. And okay, and those are all of the characters for this bundle. But we still have some more awesome models. So let's check out the objects for this bundle, the rank pieces. Okay, so first off, we needed to do one of these. It's the Welcome to Los Loots sign. So let's do that one first. So the Los Loots sign, the concept was done by Marcos Torres, and the actual sculpt was done by Anderson Pioli. And we do have some, let me get this one. We do have some 32 models here for scale. You guys can see this is how big the sign is. I think this one is going to be absolutely great for dioramas. I can already see a lot of neon colors, yeah, this one's going to be great. It's our little homage, the classic Las Vegas sign. And let's move on actually to our next models. And yeah, let's do the slot machines. Yeah, let's do the slot machines. We actually have 3 different versions of the slot machines here. And they all have different signs on top of them. And it's a very cool little detail that the slots actually can actually move. I'm not going to be able to show it on camera there, but we do have an enlarged version that I think we used for the video, right? We have an enlarged version of the diamond machine here, and let's see here if I can make it spin. This actually spins. and it comes out from
The printer.
the printer being able to spin. So these are just really cool scatter terrain details. So both the slot machines and our this little fancy couch, right? They were all had concept art by Marcos Torres, and they were sculpted by Anderson Pioli and Romário Ramos. I'm actually not sure about who sculpted what here, Anderson Pioli and Romário Ramos. I believe Anderson Pioli may have sculpted the slot machines, and Romário may have sculpted the fancy couch. So yeah. So yeah, let's check out our next couple of objects, also casino themed. And let's see the poker table and the robot dealer, and I can already see a lot of you guys, printing this in an enlarged scale.
This is definitely the one to have a diorama.
Yeah, this is a big poker table, and actually, I need the ND, 32mm ND.
ND is right here.
Yeah, so yeah, Andy is like the perfect size, and is sitting on the perfect chair to be playing a game on this poker table, right? The concept art for the poker table was done by Victor Stoll, and the sculpt for it, for both the table and the robot dealer, were done by Anderson Pioli. And the dealer is being sustained by the cables here, which is, very, very, very fancy, very nice. This is the dealer that the casino can trust on her, right?
I mean, unless it gets hacked.
Yes, there's always that. And we have a roulette table and a blackjack table. So let me move things around here, and again, Andy is the perfect size to be on either side of the tables here. So this is the blackjack table, and this is the roulette one.
Again, if you want to build a full diorama for a casino, we got you covered.
Oh yeah, and the roulette is actually a separate piece.
Oh.
And it could actually spin. So I wonder, like, how big can we make the roulette table and actually make it, a little game?
Yeah.
We should ask the team if we can do like a one like this big. Oh, I'm really interested in this now.
I'm curious.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, these are the game tables. Again, concept art by Marcos Torres and sculpted by Anderson Pioli.
And our last object and prop.
Yeah, our last object and the props for this bundle. We can't have a casino bundle without poker chips, right? And betting chips and stuff like that. So we have we actually have like a bunch of them here. We have a bunch of different denominations. Let me just kind of spread them around. And we have a bunch of different denominations, right? So you can actually use them, print them, paint them, and use them in your poker game. So we have like 500, 110, and you can add depending on how hot your poker table is. You can add 100 or 1,000 on the end of this number, and that's how you play, baby. So yeah, they just feel, you print a bunch of them, and I think they come off really easy on the printer, and yeah, they just feel really nice to play around in.
I would love to see the painted version.
Play around with. Are there any empty chairs for the tab? I think we actually may have some, and if we don't have it, I think we actually may have some stuff like that, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna check with the team, but I do know we have a chair that would fit this, and I'm just not sure that it's in this bundle. Can somebody check for me, please? I don't want to say anything wrong. I just don't think I have the empty chairs here with me. So yeah, let us know, people, if we have the empty chairs. So, anyways, this is it. This is it for Viva Los Loots. We kind of got through it real fast. We didn't have the overhead camera today for the live showing of the minis, you guys. But we figured it out by the end, right?
Have
We're
another
gonna.
thing also for this bundle,
What?
which is a very interesting addition.
Oh yes, yes, yes. That is a very interesting thing.
Yeah.
We have a printable deck of cards with the characters from this bundle.
Yes.
It's available to download right now on the website, right? As part of the bundle, as part of the magazine or the in the extras section. So yeah, definitely check that out. It's going to be a fun one.
We have a full poker kit for you guys for this bundle, which is very very exciting.
Yeah. So yeah, we have a deck of cards for you. Just print and play, baby. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, sorry about the technical issues today. We are in a new studio. We do plan on having this figured out by next time, and it should be a much better experience. So yeah, that's that. I think we have some last announcements and a couple of last things to say. So let's just backtrack and talk a little bit about the videos for the month and repeat the announcements from the beginning for anyone who lost them.
Yeah, for any of you who got in the stream while we were already running, we have 3 videos coming up sometime soon. We do not have dates for them yet, but they're very exciting videos nonetheless. We have color theory for painters, which is going to be very exciting. I'm really excited for that one myself. We have speed painting for 32mm miniatures, which is going to be really cool. And we have a video on how we build our loyalty reward statues here at Loot. So those 3 videos are going to be really cool. Should we talk about the name of the bundle before we move on?
Yes, we should. But before even that, the name of the next bundle, Lucas has just confirmed for us in the chat that we do have empty stools for the tables.
Okay.
So yeah, that is. I was like almost sure we had them. I was just like, who? I don't have it here in front of me, so I was a little.
Oh yeah. For you guys who are interested in our fantasy subscription yet, we are moving on to a different model, and we have a trailer for that model. We are doing seasons right now, and we have a trailer for our season coming up real soon. So go check out our YouTube when that comes out.
Yes, and I think this is the first time Luca is going to be the one doing it. So yeah, let's. The name of our next sci-fi bundle.
Okay.
Take it away.
The name for our next sci-fi bundle is UBM, Ultimate Battle Machina. So I'm excited to see what you guys think of this one.
Yeah, so repeating.
Yeah, Ultimate Battle Machina, UBM.
Yeah, this is gonna be another fun bundle, but it's going to have some characters that are not, it's going to, like, all of the characters in this bundle are medium-sized. We're going to have a lot of large-sized characters in the next bundle.
Yes.
So yeah, you can expect some fun stuff coming next month.
Absolutely.
So yeah, before we get into the Q&A section, we should talk a little bit about the whole situation happening with Wizards of the Coast and the OGL and how that's going to affect us. We're not going to go into too much detail about it today because some things are still very uncertain. Wizards of the Coast has not officially released the new version of the OGL. The version that leaked, they said that they're going to change. So, we're going to wait and see. But with that being said, it is a strange time we are living in right now, where it just kind of sucks. I wish we didn't have to talk about this. I wish this wasn't an issue that we had to deal with, but it is. Here we are. So let's talk a little bit about it. And if you guys have some questions, we're gonna try to do our best to answer them. But we are still not sure about our what the future holds as well. So anyway, the position that Wizards of the Coast has taken with their 1.1 version of the OGL makes it very, very hard for creators to work with them. We are not necessarily under that, it's kind of finicky in that way. We have been trying to move away from uh, even like OGL content for a while now. We have been trying to do more original content lately. We are going to continue moving forward in that direction, and we're going to have to wait and see. But it is very like we are considering all of our options. We are like having we're gonna have meetings about it this week, and any decisions that we make regarding any changes to our product, you guys are going to be the first ones to know. We want to do this with the community as much as possible and with as much clarity as possible. In regards to wizards themselves, you know, it is tricky. It is tricky to even talk about it. Like I am for a long time I have been a fan of, like, personally I have been a fan of Wizards of the Coast Enter products, but as both as an individual and I think Lit as a company, we have to recognize they have taken some wrong steps as of late that are going to hurt, uh, that are going to be bad for for the community, that are going to be bad for D&D itself, and that are ultimately going to be bad for wizards even. And it's kind of weird that they didn't realize that before they made the decisions that they made. So yeah, we're going to have updates for you guys. Maybe not this week, maybe next week, but that's not a promise because we have to like actually sit down and talk about it. And the first type of update you guys are probably going to get is probably some sort of question. We're going to have to figure out some stuff with you guys. That's what we want to do, right? If we need to go in a new direction in regards to some of our content, what would that direction be? And that decision is going to be taken with hand in hand with our community. Despite all of this uncertainty, despite all of this mess that's going on, there's one thing that you guys can be certain of. Loot Studios is here to stay. Your subscription is going to be fine. We are not going anywhere. We are going to keep producing awesome content for you, for our community. So, yeah, I guess that's what we have to say right now. And I know it's like the reason we are doing that in our sci-fi live stream is because it's just because the situation has been going on for a while. We didn't say anything because we wanted to wait for a Wizards of the Coast pronouncement, and they kind of, we don't want to wait too much. We didn't want to wait too much longer. We didn't want to wait like another 15 days to make an announcement. So we're taking this time to do it. So yeah.
But just saying it again, this is not a formal announcement in any ways. We're gonna update you guys with real.
Yeah, like we're going to go into details. There's a lot of stuff that we need to figure out,
Exactly.
and that's going to be coming in the coming weeks. But you can rest assured that all of your content is saved. I already see some questions about it, so let's move into the Q&A section, and we can answer questions about this and about anything else that you guys have in mind, or any comments that you guys have about the bundle, about future bundles, about other loot products. So 4GTV is asking, would Loot have to go back and retroactively change all the past stat blocks? As far as we know, we wouldn't have to do that. Content that was done under the old OGL would remain, would not be, although they would be rescinding the old OGL, content that was done before it wouldn't have to be changed in any ways. There are some decisions about that content that we would have to make about the way we deliver that content to you guys, but we're going to have more details about that later on. So let's see here. Vincent Aloco is saying, great time to move to Pathfinder. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, here's the thing. Any decision that we make in that regard is going to take the community into account. Maybe Pathfinder's the way to go, maybe not. Maybe there's a if we have to move on from the OGL, uh, we would have to check out our options and present a couple of options to the community and see what the best one around is.
Just keep an eye open for any questionnaires there that come up in our Discord server or in Facebook groups, because we really want to take into account what you guys think as well.
Yeah, we have been seeing the stuff about the ORC and about the creators that are all of the creators like Paizo and Cobalt Press and all of the content creators, the third-party content creators for D&D, or for that were working under the old OGL. We have seen their pronouncements, and yeah, we're going to, D&D is the big kid on the block, right? It's the but if it's not possible to work with them, it's just not possible to work with them.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have we're gonna figure out together what the future holds, right? But it's just gonna be a little it's going to be kind of a sad change, but it's a welcome one. If it's going to make us freer to do what we want to do, it's welcome. And another possibility, even, and that's kind of more of our long-term plan, is that we want to maybe being under any license is too restrictive, right? Maybe what we want to do is create our own thing. Until we create our own thing, we can be under somebody else's license, a free license, something like that. But until we do, yeah. But like the point is, we really want to do our own stuff, our original stuff. It's the whole reason we are working on a game right now. It's kind of a tabletop skirmish game. It's not an RPG, but we are working on a game with like a full new setting, a full new world. So yeah, it's one of the reasons we are doing that. We need to be freer. And just as a clarification, not all of Loot's content is under the IGL, right? So the minis, for instance, aren't. And it's even unclear if like there's a lot of stuff that you don't need the OGL for. Yeah, so if you guys have any more questions, even about stuff that is not about the big drama and controversy, we are ready to receive them. So send them our way, and we're going to try to answer as best we can.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like we don't want to turn this into a Wizards of the Coast, batching session or anything. They have clearly made some wrong decisions, and they have admitted to that themselves, right? The motivation behind those decisions, we can only guess at, but based on their track record lately, the implications are not good. And I'm really trying here not to say anything that is going to get us into some hot water. I don't want us to do any accusations or anything. It is what it is, and we're gonna have to. The whole community is going to have to figure out how to deal with it together.
Yeah, and voice your opinions as well, guys. Like, we're here to deliver the best product for you guys, and to see that you enjoy our minis, enjoy our gameplay, materials, and anything that you would like to see, anything that you would like to see in a different form, even though this fact is occurring, please stay in our Discords and everywhere.
Yeah. Bare Bones is asking, any more 3D printer printing guides coming? Yes, the whole reason why we stopped the guides thing is because we were very, very busy at the end of last year with a bunch of different projects like Journeys to the Davilier, plus the Black Friday stuff, plus the end of year stuff, which was a lot. and our resident art attack guy, or Lucas, another Lucas.
Yeah.
This is Luca, and
I'm
there's
Luca.
and then there's Lucas,
No
and then there's the other Lucas.
Yes, who's in chat right now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And one of the Lucas is taking some well-deserved rest time right now. So we're going to come back with the tutorials at some point in the future. I don't know exactly when. We're gonna make an announcement about it. Let's say here.
Anything in this bundle optimized for FDM?
I'm not sure actually.
We don't have too many like really big pieces for this bundle, so I'm not quite sure.
Let's see here. Trunk is asking, would you consider doing wargaming armies? The thing with doing wargaming armies is that we are kind of developing our own tabletop game right now. We are focusing on that, and for armies, you kind of need to. They don't necessarily work in the bundle format, or at least we haven't figured out how to make them work. We would also need to figure out the if we were to do armies for a specific war game, we would have to check the licensing stuff with that particular war game, and a lot of those are like very, very restrictive. So that's the reason we haven't done a lot of that stuff. So yeah, it's a consideration. It's something we have in mind, right? It's just not something that is easy to do. Let's see, thoughts on any Japanese mecha anime inspired sci-fi sets in the future? Yeah, again, this is a very, very good question. It's a very interesting theme. It's a very rich theme. But the thing is, we can't quite do, our bundle format can't quite handle 15 huge models. It would be a bit much.
Yes.
And even if we did like, okay, maybe we do like a couple of pilots and NPCs and a couple of kaiju, something like that. We would have to be very, very careful to actually capture the spirit of a mecha anime, right? So, it is something that we have in mind, and it is something that we actually, it was almost done already, but we ended up pushing it back. So it is on our list, basically.
A really good one here. After functioning chains, rolling wheels, and such, what's the next printing magic trick from Loot?
I'm actually not sure. A lot of this stuff is actually Hobson. Hobson loves to like push the envelope, right, and do new and creative things. And sometimes he makes our team kind of crazy with that stuff.
Yes.
Because some of the stuff is actually kind of hard to pull off the first time. But once you pull it off the first time, it's very, very easy to repeat. So yeah.
I would not be surprised for a fully functioning AI for a sci-fi bundle from him.
Yeah. Roger Sola Tapias is asking, there's some old loots without set blocks. Do you have plan adding them in the future? That is something that we have been planning to do for a while now. We just haven't had the workforce basically to do it. And with this, OGL kerfuffle thing, we need to wait a little bit now to figure out what the future is going to look like, because we don't want to do the old bundle stat blocks that don't have them and then have to change all of them. So we're going to have to wait a little bit. Bare Bones is saying, I don't recall if we ever got a video about the cleanup setup process. I think we have one, but it's very old at this point. And we do have something cooking up about a basic tutorial. And again, it's part of that guide series that we had to put on hold. So we are going to have something at some point. Okay, what about an extra or bonus Pele model? It could be some sort of new age sports superstar. That would be awesomeness. Okay, that's an interesting idea. I think it's his death is in very recent memory. So one of the things that we would have to do is wait for some time. But there's also the issue of his image, right? We can't just use his image. We can't. I don't know if we ever did a sports inspired bundle. I think a soccer player inspired by the king of football would be something nice. But again, we have to be very careful when we're doing stuff like that. Let's see here. What else? And a whole bundle into game. I need to learn to use it. I'd love to have I would love to have the Lady Harpy as a 6-inch model supported. Ooh, then Get Boys. I don't know if that's feasible. I think we do have let's see. I think the 6-inch model is the one that would fit like inside an actual bottle, something like that. That is something cool to revisit at some point in the future, but right now we don't have the 3D work bandwidth to figure that out.
Yes.
So yeah, the request is has been registered. It's one of those Clementine will remember these things. So I'm gonna try to remember this. So yeah, absolutely. Resident saying you could make the Mechla a modular system. We have thought about that, but the modular stuff is also fairly limiting in some regards. Let's see here. Yeah, I think we are basically done today. About multiple R's. Rafael Oliveira, any plans for our wargaming rules using Loots minis? I mean, you have lots of minis at this point. Build an army would be easy. Funny you should say that. We are. You should check our community posts and a couple of the emails we have sent out lately. We are developing our own game. So at some point in the near future, the not too distant future, we're going to have our own set of rules as well. So yeah, I guess this is it, guys. This is it for today for our first sci-fi bundle of 2023, and we do have a lot of cool stuff to show you guys in the upcoming months. So yeah, thank you so much, you guys, and see you next time.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.